Hello, Kevin Doverspike, Remax Premier Realty. Kevin's talking real estate today. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be reviewing the sales for the Irvine villages of El Camino and Walnut. We're going to discuss the March sales for 2020 versus 2019, and then also the first quarter sales for 2020 versus 2019. We'll also be discussing a little bit on the range pricing from high to low on the properties that have sold in the area. And we need to really touch base first on this COVID-19 coronavirus. It's definitely affecting our market. So let's touch base on that, and then we'll get into the numbers. COVID-19 and the coronavirus was a major outlier for the month of March in the first quarter of 2020. There were four major announcements that were made. The first one was on March 4th. The governor declares an emergency for the state of California. On March 13th, all the schools in California are closed in response to the coronavirus. On March 19th, statewide shelter in place was ordered and issued. And on the 22nd of March, the White House gives California coronavirus crisis disaster designation. All these had an effect on our real estate market. These announcements really affected a lot of different things, our whole economy. We saw a large amount of active listings be withdrawn and put on hold. Approximately 20% of the inventory within just a matter of days, we saw a reduction of our inventory. There was also a lot of properties that were in escrow that some fell out, and some of them tried to expedite the closings and get the closing dates sooner. Most of that occurred and happened, but it did have a major effect on our successful first quarter that we were having. The coronavirus is really changing how we're selling and reacting to the market right now and selling real estate. It's had a big factor of with us not being able to work, who's essential, not essential, but it's important that we discuss it. Let's get into the numbers for the villages of El Camino and Walnut, and we're going to start with El Camino. So we look at the active listings for 2019. They were at 22. For 2020, we're at 16, down 6 units. That's down 28%. But then we look at the sold listings. We had 6 sell for the month of March in 2019, and in 2020 we had 5. So that means that we were down in that also. And then we look at the average sales price. We're at $857 versus $805 in 2019. That's up $51,000. That's up 6% for the year. And then median price $884,000 versus $782,500. That's up $101,500. So that's up 13% for the year. And then our range pricing for El Camino for the month of March was $545,000 was the least expensive to the most expensive was $1,180,000. If we get into the first quarter, we're looking at 18 for the first quarter on average for active listings. In 2020 we're 13. That's down 5 units, but that's down 28% for the year. Then we look at sold listings. We had 20 sales for 2020 versus 18 last year. It's about 11% increase. We look at the average pricing, $764,460 versus $737,944, up $26,000. That's up 3.5%. And then median price $764,000 versus $750,000 in 2019, up $14,000, just almost 2% increase. But we look at The range pricing for the quarter, we were as low as 459,000, and that highest still stuck that sold in March for $1,180,000. Going to roll into the numbers for the Walnut Village. Look at active listings. We had one more than we in turn had for the month of March of 2019, and then sales, we had 3 units sold versus 4 for the month of March. Then we look at the average pricing, $793,667. March was $626,472 in 2019. That's up a whopping $167,000. But we're looking at 4 sales versus 3, so it's based upon the mix where we're at. And then the same thing with the medium price. It was really a huge disparity. $882,000 versus $576,000, a $300,000 difference. But there's just not enough units to really talk about too much. The range pricing for the Walnut Village was $549,000 up to $950,000 was the most expensive one sold in the March of 2020. Look at the first quarter active listings. Basically, we're about the same as we were for the month, 9 versus 8, 1 unit more. And then sales, we had 6 versus 9, so we're really down in sales for the Walnut area. Only 3 units less. And then the medium price and the average price $794,000 versus $769,000, $25,000 difference. Again, that's about a 2.5-3% difference. And then for March 2020, we're at $810,000 for medium, and in 2019 we're at $850,000. So we've actually come down $40,000, but just not enough units to really give us some accurate numbers there. You know, just condos versus SFRs make a huge disparity in that. And then when we look at the range pricing, $549,000 for the quarter, and then also $950,000 is the same as the month over month. One of the things that we really need to discuss and look at is what we've seen happen on the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones started in February. We hit the all-time high, 29,551, which is phenomenal. But in March, we had dropped to 26,703, March 2nd. So we started the month of March. Then we went all the way down on March 23rd, down to the lowest we've seen in decade plus. And that was 18,591. We rebounded a little bit on March 31st. We came back to 21,917. But when we look at that, the big difference, and the reason we want to touch base on that is when we are buying homes, a lot of people have their money in the stock market, so that definitely affects what we're doing and how we're able to continue to purchase and buy properties. So when you see your valuation of your portfolio on your 401ks and your stock market drop as much as it did, almost 40%, and it's bouncing around. So hesitancy, we did see people fall out, not being able to qualify any longer. But overall, March was okay. We ended up up, and then we look at for the quarter, it was strong, doing very well still. But the coronavirus has a definite impact on what we're doing. Interest rates down to 3.25%. We're also seeing them even come down a little bit more, but we're definitely heading into uncharted waters as to what's going on. And the Dow Jones definitely is playing a part of that as to what we're doing, and what people can afford, what we're able to do. I think one of the biggest things that we need to touch base on is, we've had 13 million people that lost their jobs in the month of March. That's a huge number, and it's going to be even larger in April. So we'll give an update on that as we move forward. But sales are slowing down for the month of April. But real estate still is one of those things that's going to continue to go. Good, bad, or indifferent. Some people are doing well, other people are not. So we look at what we're trying to do and trying to make sure that we are doing the right thing for everybody. So thanks for joining me today. Until the next market update, stay safe. You can check out my other market updates and podcasts on YouTube channel also. Kevin's Talkin Real Estate. Give me a call. Let me see how I can help you with your real estate needs. I appreciate you joining me today. Thank you again for joining. Bye-bye.
Let's talk. We all know these are just market updates. Your home is unique. It depends upon what location you are, the track you're in, the condition of the property, how fast you want to sell it, what do you want to do with your property, how you want to get it done. I specialize in working with sellers like yourself that are looking to optimize the price and how fast we can get this property sold for you. I have the trades to be able to get you stuff done and turned in a matter of weeks versus months if you had a regular contractor doing this. We in turn know how to negotiate the best price. I know what people are going to ask for, what they want to have done. You can't do everything, but you can do the things that are going to get you the biggest bang for your buck. I realize that there's a lot of people out there, but I am one realtor that's going to be able to help you get it done in a timely manner, and choosing the right realtor can make you a lot of dollars and cents. Thanks for watching and listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.